Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're back in the medieval world of 1212 AD, and we have a glorious 2v2 battle for you today, as we have Burgundy and France, like that Burgundian-French alliance, working together against the Kingdom of Jerusalem and the Kingdom of Sicily as well. So yeah, I mean, obviously these are like both French factions. They've decided to ally up, which makes sense. And they're facing off against Sicily and Jerusalem, which I guess makes some weird sense in some way. But yeah, this is an insanely close 2v2. Definitely worth sticking around to see how this one goes down. It starts very, very quickly. It's not the longest battle in the world. I mean, 12-12 battles usually aren't, especially when cavalry is involved, especially powerful cavalry units like the Chevaliers here, and also we have the Gentiles also being used there, and we've got I presume some gendarmes somewhere from France as well. I imagine, yep, there they are. Who do we have commanding? And we have not got Joan of Arc. I mean, there you go. That gives Jerusalem and Sicily some hope then. But yes, we also have Jerusalem's brought some Italian mercenaries, you know, to show favour with its Italian ally. But yeah, this is going to be a really, really fun battle, I can already tell. I mean, we've got a lot of pikes and pole arms here today, so I'm expecting a bit of almost like a pike and shot battle. I mean, we've got a lot of gunners as well. Gunners are usually a very strong, very, very strong unit to bring because they're very good at armor piercing, so they rip through cavalry units. But obviously they are very vulnerable to archers, so I mean, you can see these medium handgunners here are going to get focused down by the crossbows of Jerusalem here if he does not bring up some of his own archers. But it doesn't seem like he's brought any. It seems like Francis went all gunners. And, well, we'll see how that one pays off, I guess. I mean, over here you can see there are some longbowmen being brought up by Burgundy, so they do have some bows. And it seems like Sicily's done the same thing as France. He's just brought all gunners, so he's going to could be a bit vulnerable here. We will see. Also, gunners will rip through infantry, so I mean, like these pole arms here, they need to be very careful. And it looks like Burgundy's really just gone pole arms or pikes and then shock infantry and cav. He's gone for a very, very I wouldn't say unreliable like formation, but I mean, it's very it's tailored to one thing, really. It's very much tailored to anti-cav, like pikes, pole arms, anti-cav, cav obviously anti-cav, shock infantry anti-cav. I mean, but then it's kind of the same on the other side. Sicily's kind of very much done the same. They've just done shock infantry and pole arms. Maybe it was just kind of the theme, but I mean, there are some swords here. We've got sergeants here, and we have, yeah, some sergeants. And here we go, a cavalry charge already going in, and the King of Jerusalem has already gone and thrown himself in and got himself routed. That's a really brave move there by Jerusalem, and morale, is not great for that. There you go, already enemy general dead. Jerusalem's in a massive deficit already. And I mean, he's fighting the Gentiles here, which is a really, really strong unit. Over in the centre over here, we have Burgundy now deciding to just rout these gunners here, taking them out. But I mean, Jerusalem, what was he thinking, sending his generals so quickly in? I was surprised. I thought they were still building up. That's why I kind of got caught unawares by that one. But yeah, you can see Hospitalis now coming up, desperately trying to support that fight, try and pin the cavalry down. But all the cavalry's broken. Mount Sergeant's breaking it, 42 men. That's a sad sight. And here we go. Now you're gonna see Francis pick apart Jerusalem's infantry that's set up. Really, I mean, these Maronite spears are not gonna hold. I mean, especially against the gendarmes here, even if they are killing some of them off as they retreat. But there you go. I mean, there is a bit of a flank here going on though. They are gonna have to be careful of this. But, I mean, there's none of these units here really can stop a proper cavalry charge. These Maronite, all these 3 units here after these Custeliers, these Gentiles and Gendarmes, just line up and each take 1 unit and run them down. That's what I would do. Over here, though, as you can see, it seems like the Chevaliers bit off more than they can chew, taking on those gunners. And they managed to get pinned down by some pole arms and some Lancer Spaghetti, as I like to call them here. So they've made an appearance. But yes, so it's looking pretty damn good. Certainly for the French alliance. I mean, they are going to lose this cavalry unit here at Burgundy, but I mean, they've taken out a general. I mean, that's really good. An early strike. Look at this, almost crescent formation that is being formed up here by the French. And look at the poor Jerusalem player. He's trying to box these units in, and he realizes his mistake. They brace. They may be okay. Because if they've braced and like tying up their formation, they may be able to withstand this charge. But here we go. Oh no, maybe not. The gendarmes are more interested in maybe going for the gunners. I mean, if so, that's not a bad idea. I mean, Jerusalem still has some cav. He's only got mounted sergeants though. That's just not going to stop any of this heavy cav that like any of the French have brought. At least like even the Italians brought some like really heavy cav, and they're going to go flying on in here. It seems against the Chevaliers. Another cavalry fight here. They really need to support these fights though with infantry. Like, where is their infantry support? I mean, they've all got more cavalry back here that they probably want to send up because like there's still a free Burgundy cavalry unit here, Fusiliers, that could just go and take on these shock infantry, or it could go and help deal with the other cavalry unit. I mean, just surround that and kill that off. And you can see there is shock infantry going in the direction of Burgundy, so he's going to support his fight here with shock infantry. So yeah, certainly that has been a big problem, I think, for the Jerusalem and Italian alliance, as we'll call it, the Sicilian alliance. Because I just like coming back here and looking at this box that's going on. What is going on here? It's just a mess. But here you go, more cavalry going sent in by both sides, it seems. You've got Burgundy sitting in his Fusiliers. And we now have shock infantry from Sicily that may be coming up, but it is getting gunned down a little bit. Needs to be careful of that. Look at this, just a mass of heavily armoured men on horses. That's literally all you're seeing here. But yeah, you can see these shock infantry. They're getting gunned down a little bit. They're actually going to try and charge the handgunners to try and silence them. It's not a bad idea, but they're going to take a lot of losses doing it. If they can get a good volley off those gunners, they could probably reduce this unit by quite a lot. Or maybe not. You know, they managed to get there pretty easily. Now they're going to cut down these unarmoured gunners with ease. And there you go, Burgundy got broken because the shock infantry of Sicily was able to support. He may win this fight here though, but we will see. I mean, certainly needs to get shock infantry in here to even up this fight. Sicily's general's been thrown in, so I mean, that may be something that they want to take advantage of. And look how close these gunners are getting for Burgundy over here. It's like point blank range. And in response, Sicily's going to send up some pole arms. I guess is maybe just try and scare them off. But I mean, if they just stand in front of them, the gunners are going to have a field day. No, they're going to try and scare them off. Actually, you know, I don't think they did mean to do that. I don't think they honestly knew that the gunners were that close. I don't know what he was thinking. They didn't even charge them. That's the thing. Over here, we now have an engagement. Seems like the square of death over here is certainly just kind of done what I thought it was going to do. It was going to die. It was a square of death in the way that they were going to die with Jerusalem, not that they were going to kill much. Pole arms here, though, they may be able to do some get some joy, but I mean, this is going to be a problem now for the French, in that they, well, not for the French, for the Jerusalem, because France has lots of cav. They're going to just run their King of France all the way through. He may go and get these gunners. Yeah, he needs to be careful, though. He may just go and get sniped by a crossbow or something. Swords here being broken. Sergeants just kind of getting absolutely cut down. And they're breaking really quickly. I think that's because of the gunners. Gunners, like, just do a lot of damage to morale. Heavy spears breaking it. Also, it doesn't help that their general has died. Like, these sergeants breaking or wavering at 127. That's not normal. That's a general, like, has been killed sort of thing to happen. Yeah, we'll look on the other side. Burgundy's having a bit more of an even match, I'd say. Certainly needs to be careful with like this King of Sicily just lingering here. You could just go in and just go for these ordnance. Longbows could go in after these handgunners. He's going to go in and finish off this shock infantry fight, which is a bit risky because there is a pike unit very close. There you go, they did break that unit, but the pikes, you know, they could... Oh no, he's done very well here as the King of Sicily. He's made sure to go out this way, not just run like along. Get speared by all the pikes. It seems like the Franco is decisively going to win this fight over here. He's just sandwiching Jerusalem. Jerusalem's just overly aggressive, I think, and it kind of did not pay off. So try and get a nice angle, like the nice side of the tiller, so it's nice and bright. There you go. French general just cutting down like these pole arms and just sandwiching them. And there you go. I mean, what's this? Now it's like some Italian cav coming over. They may actually catch this King of France, but they might want to just send up some pole arms to just support that fight. Yeah, the King of France is going to stand and fight, and that's a bit of a risk. This is tier 3 against a tier 1 general. And he's losing that pretty quickly. And he's getting cut down. If he loses a general here, this could be huge for France. Because that other fight's really even. If France loses his general, this army could almost become redundant. And there you go. France's general's died. So now, I mean, they need to be careful with this Lance Spaghetti. Yeah, they got it out of there just in time. Very nice. Yeah, now France's army, I mean, it's exhausted. It's seen action, so some of these units may break pretty quickly. He has got some pretty elite calves still left, though. Gendarmes still 55 strong, 64 for these Gentiles. So, I mean, they are pretty good. But it does seem, though, that the Italians are starting to lose this fight over here. There you go, those are the shock infantry they're breaking. And now that France has obviously won their side at a big cost, they could bring this cavalry around and they could just hammer and anvil whatever they liked. They really, like, Sicily desperately needs to win over here and just, like, to beat these pikes. But the pikes are winning. I mean, they are just, like, shocking to just charge into them. That's kind of just bad unit management. You don't want to charge into pikes there. It's just, it's not healthy. It's not healthy for the shock infantry. These pikes have got incredibly good range. I mean, there's a decent charge in the back of them there by the general of Sicily, but might not be enough. And you can see here now that the Duke's bodyguard, the Duke of Burgundy, he's going to now have his influence on the fight. He's going to recharge these Italian mercenaries. I like how they're Italian mercenaries, even though they're fighting for Sicily. Like, just call them mercenaries at that point. But they did turn around just at the right time, and they're now going to get shot in the back. This is the problem. His pole arm unit has it. Either gets shot in the back or it gets charged by cavalry. See over here, though, the shock infantry is getting beaten. They still have some cavalry shielding their flank for when France does arrive. The shock infantry here is going to get... Oh, it's going to get rear charged, sort of. But, I mean, the pole arms kind of stop that charge, I think. And the pikes might want to get in and try and save that unit. I don't know. Over here, though, King of Sicily now in a lot of trouble, wavering, and now we've got the Duke of Burgundy coming in, and he's going to try and finish off this general. Yet breaks him. You can see now that desperately that they're bringing over some cabs to try and save their general, but that's not going to happen. Now they're going to try and pin down the Duke's general. This could go either way, to be fair. If they could break this Duke, like they could break everything over there. They are beating the pikemen now, so you know what? Sicily's actually turning this one around. And if they beat this Duke, which they are kind of at the moment. They could do with some support, though. The cav is wavering. They need to kill the general, even if they lose the... Oh, that's a shame. I was going to say, even if they lose the cav, break this general. That is a shame, because now all the Sicily's troops are starting to waver. Even though they've broken that pike unit, they are going to waver. And that's not good. That's a real shame, because I was hoping that they were going to keep their general alive. And then they could have a decent face-off against France, and that could have gone either way. But actually, it wouldn't have, because look how few troops that Sicily has left. As you can see, the balance of power is shifting in favour of the French alliance. It's been a close one, though. You did think until like Sicily lost his general, he had hope. He had cav left. Certainly didn't help that his ally just threw away his general straight away. Pikes here, they've broken some shock infantry, but are about to break themselves unless they can turn these guys around. So they have managed to, and they stabilized. Good for them. The Cavs just still harassing these Ordnance longbow, though. I like how France is just like gonna let Burgundy just do his bit, and then he's gonna move in and just clean up. He's like, you know what, Burgundy, I'm gonna just see whether you can win it. And he's like, Burgundy's not gonna win this. But I'm not sure. Burgundy's about to lose his gen. There he is. And the Duke of Burgundy in there, firing away. He has broken. They have broken the cav as well, though. And look at this. Yeah, it looks like we're about to see a chain rout now by Sicily. And it's been a pretty close battle. That was a Pyrrhic victory. And yeah, I mean, there you go. I mean, only big mistake, I think, was Jerusalem throwing their general away so early. Maybe also a lack of support of cav with shock infantry. That was kind of by both sides, though. Both sides didn't really seem to do that. And that's a very good 12-12 tactic. But yeah, neither side really employed it too much. But yeah, this replay was sent in by the Drunk Norwegian, so it's good to see him sending in some replays again. It's been a little while since I've had any of his 12-12 replays, so yeah, thank you very much, Drunk. Yeah, he got some really good kills as Burgundy. He got 114 with his shock infantry here, 117 with his pikes, pretty good. His household longbows here getting 221 kills, and these guys had healthy numbers left. Handgunners here getting 131 kills. His general getting 101, it's not too bad. And his cav getting 115. Not the greatest use of some of his cav, but I mean, yeah. I mean, they were kind of finding other cavs, so they never get high kills when it's cav v cav. Then we have Droid's Boy, who's playing as Franz. He had a really good game, a very healthy army left. Shame he lost his general, really. 101 kills he got with him. His shock infantry 137, 116 with his halberds, his pikes 93. And all these guys are really healthy and could have got more kills probably. His gunner's getting 134, the best one, and then his Gentile's the best cav, like for kills, getting 315. Wow, very well done, and they're still really healthy. Then we have Footpuck here, who's playing as Sicily. King of Sicily getting 212 kills is pretty good. His shock infantry getting 211, the best of the bunch. His Italian mercenaries 101. 113 actually. A lot of pole arms for in this game, but I don't know why really. It's like the pole arms are good, but they're so slow. Lancer Spaghetti here, as I love to call them, or Lancer Spazzati as they are, getting 206 kills, 192. And then we've got Bajoon here, who may be a newer player, I don't know, but yeah, his Jerusalem army just got massacred. As you can see here, like Hospital's only getting 64 kills. Nothing even getting to the hundreds. I certainly would have brought a heavier knight, like a heavier cav. Mountain Sergeants are just not gonna stop any of this cavalry here. They're kind of just like pretty good support cav, but they're not really great. He's got 95 kills with his gunners here, which is pretty good. But yeah, nothing really impressive there at all, which is a shame. But hopefully, if he is a newer player, he learns from his mistakes, and he does better in the next battle. But anyway, guys, that is today's battle. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and feel free to leave a comment as well. All the support is great as we work towards 5k subs. Feel free to join the Discord as well if you want to get involved in any 12-12 action. The link is down below in the description of this video as always. But yeah, until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.